So at UFC 261, Jake Paul and Daniel Cormier had a little bit of a negative interaction during the prelims. Oh yeah, man. And what happened was, during the prelims, Cormier kind of looked back at Jake Paul and noticed that he was waving at him, laughing at him. And then all of a sudden, Cormier spoke to the producers and he's like, you know what, I need a couple of minutes. Walked up to Jake Paul and basically went in his face and told him, stop using my name online. Stop trying to mess with me, because you don't want to mess with me. And who would want to mess with Daniel Cormier? But it sparked a conversation that Cormier had with Ariel Helwani, and he basically said that, you know what, Jake Paul, man, if he really wants to fight me, he doesn't want to fight him in the boxing ring. No way. He welcomes him to fight him in a mixed martial arts event. And that's where it leads us here today, people. We are going to do a simulation matchup between Jake Paul and Daniel Cormier, and let's see who is going to win, man. So welcome, everybody. But I just got to say, man, as far as Jake Paul's concerned, he does have a wrestling background, and obviously he has a boxing background, and minus all the craziness that he does online, you know, people really need to respect his skill, man. The guy can throw his hands, man. He has a powerful right, and you gotta respect him for the success that he's building with his boxing career. And you know, a lot of people would say, you know what, he's only beaten the Neeson Gibb, who's a YouTuber, Nate Robinson, a former slam dunk champion, and then Ben Askren, who's a former MMA champion, Olympian, but his main form of offense is wrestling. But you still got to give it to Jake Paul for getting those W's. But as far as a mixed martial arts event, he is going into a different world, man. If you're gonna try to face Daniel Cormier in a mixed martial arts battle, he will just get, you know, out-grappled. The ability that Cormier has of keeping that pace throughout the course of the fight is something that is definitely legendary, and obviously Jake Paul doesn't have it. But as far as a boxing match between these two, Cormier has fantastic hands, man, but I think it would be a lot closer than people would say. But that's why Cormier, during his interview with Ariel Helwani, he's like, why would I want to go into his world and try to box? You know, when Conor McGregor went and faced off against Floyd Mayweather, you know, McGregor jumped over to his world because Mayweather obviously is one of the greatest boxers of all time. And you got to say that Daniel Cormier is one of the greatest mixed martial arts artists of all time. And why would he want to go into boxing to face a YouTuber? So that's why he said, he's like, I don't want to fight Jake Paul, but if he does want to fight, bring it to the mixed martial arts world and we'll see how things go. So here we go, man. This is going to be hilarious to see. And I want to say, man, let me know your thoughts on my creative Jake Paul, man. Does it really look decent? I really feel that I got the face pretty down. You know, obviously I put the tattoos in there, and it was just such a fun time creating him in this game. But I wish, you know, EA Sports would bring back the game face. Do you guys remember the game face in the previous versions? You were able to take a picture of anybody and then basically import them into the game, and they took that away, which is quite the shame. But anyway, let's see this square off right here, the stare down. Oh man, can you imagine if this fight actually happened? If Dana White's just like, you know what, forget it, I'm gonna let them fight. You know, at 205 is what Cormier said he would go down to. He's so funny. He's like, you know what, I'm retired, I'm fat and healthy, but I'll go down to 205. So it's just so funny hearing these guys just talking about fighting. It would be absolutely ridiculous. But here we go. What happened? Here we go. Cormier with a straight. Oh, Jake with an uppercut. Cormier's got him. What's he gonna do? Dumps him on his head. Cormier's now smothering him up. Jake doesn't know what hit him. Denied transition. Crucifix by Cormier. Jake doing a nice job trying to get into side saddle. He gets there, but oh no, he's turtling up already. And now Cormier's got his back. I can so see this happening. Cormier hitting him with some punches, forcing Jake to move and transition. Remember, like I said, man, Jake Paul's he's a decent wrestler. He has a wrestling background. But right here, man, when you're dealing with Cormier, dealing with that pressure and that activity, man, for a guy his size, his ability to throw that output at such a high pace is incredible. And just to stay on you and grind like the AKA boys. Now look at him. He's just smothering him. And this is what he said. He's like, I'm going to hurt him. I'm going to beat him down. And that's what he's doing right here. Jake Paul trying to get back up to his feet. Uh-oh, is he going to choke him out like he said? No, he's deciding to pound him. Cormier said he said, I'm going to try to hit him. I'm going to try to hurt him, try to choke him. What is he doing here? He's giving him a lesson. That's what this is. It's a lesson. Oh, he's posturing up. Big shots by Cormier. Jake not reacting. Oh, no. Herb Dean rescuing him. And the fight is done. Cormier getting the W. It kind of reminds me of James Toney versus Randy Couture. You guys remember that for all you old school guys? Holy smokes. But that's exactly that's exactly what Cormier would do. He wouldn't, mess with him too much on the feet. Say what you want. People are probably intimidated by Jake Paul's boxing power, man, his punching power for sure. So he wouldn't mess with him, just like Couture did to Tony. He would take him down and utilize that amazing Olympic wrestling, that fantastic ability to just smother guys and keep the pressure on them. And that is that. What a fight. Let me know your thoughts. How do you think this fight would go down? I'm telling you right now, if it was a boxing match, I think it'd be a lot closer than people would say. I really feel that Jake Paul would do fantastic in a boxing match against Cormier, but in a mixed martial arts event, it's all DC, all day, all night. But anyways, man, thank you so much for tuning in. Can't wait to hear your thoughts on this funny little matchup, and I'll catch you in the next one. This is Ricky J, man. Love you guys. I'm out. Peace.
Are you intoxicated or something?